Did you hear me roar? I was roaring.
Nope, didn't hear a thing. You gotta work on that. No.
Well, the hint I already gave might have indicated to you that we're in a series called Hear Me Roar! Yeah!
I'm Morgan.
I'm Jarrett.
And we're glad you guys are here with us.
That's right.
I have a question for you, Jarrett.
What is the question?
Do you know what time it is?
Of course! It's game time!
It's game time. Our game today is called Atomic Images. So, we're gonna watch a video on my phone. You guys are gonna watch the same video on the screen. It is a very zoomed in picture of something. And as the video plays, it's going to slowly zoom out until we can see the whole image. The first person to guess what it is before it's fully zoomed out is the winner.
I understand.
Makes sense? You guys
I think I can do that.
Okay, are you ready for the first one?
I'm ready for the first one.
All right, let's do this.
Show me the zoomed in photo.
Here we go.
A dog. Dog mouth. No, seal
Lion.
mouth. No.
Dog.
Yeah,
it is
dog.
a dog.
Dog mouth.
You said dog. I don't think it's a dog mouth. I think it's a dog.
Well, it was a dog mouth. I guess we were looking at a dog mouth. But
Dog. Good boy. You did say good boy, so.
I didn't. You're right. I didn't say.
I'll
good
give
boy.
it to you. I'll give it to you.
I'm
All
glad.
right. We're ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Tree. No. It's a bird back. A bird.
Skunk.
A wheat thin. A Triscuit.
A branch?
A wheat thin. A
thorn.
pencil.
Oh, it is a pencil.
Woo!
Good work. That was tricky.
What?
All right, here we go. Next one.
Boy, things look so different to me.
The moon.
I was gonna say the moon.
beat
It's
you
not
to
the
it.
moon. What is that?
Cheese. Moldy cheese.
No. It could be a wall or a ceiling. It's a wall.
It's the moon.
No, it's the moon. It is the moon.
Okay, so you have
That's
2 points.
crazy.
I have 1. Here we go. Next one.
Snake.
I think you might be right.
Is it a
It
snake?
looks pretty
It
snaky.
looks a little snaky.
but
It still looks
it
snaky.
still looks like a snake. Ew, I don't
Oh, it's a
wanna-
butterfly.
Oh, butterfly! Moth. I was hoping it would say moth. Okay, 3-1. This is not looking good for me. A clock. Not a
no.
clock.
A
Definitely not
speedometer.
a clock. Thermometer.
What? A cake?
Oh,
a skee ball.
Oh, I couldn't think of the word. I was doing the motion.
You were doing the motion.
Man.
Thank you.
You know. So what is it? 4-1.
I think so.
I think we only have a few left.
Let's see.
Hot air balloon.
Yeah. Or it's a big like inflatable from Macy's the Turkey Parade.
Oh, it's a bunch of hot air balloons. I don't think I'd ever get in one of those.
I think I would.
Something about
It would be really
Fire.
scary just to know that there's just a little basket underneath me.
yeah. I mean, one bird pokes his beak in that thing,
Maybe.
you're going down.
Or just a bad basket weaver and
Maybe.
you're toast.
Okay, well that's all the videos we had. I think the score was 2 to 4.
2 to 4. Good.
Well, good game.
Good game.
For now, I think we should go and worship.
I think we should.
Christ is my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand when everything around me is shaking. I've never been more glad that I put my faith in Jesus. He never let me down. He's faithful through generations. So why would he fail now? He won't. He won't. He won't fail. He won't fail. He won't. No, he won't. He won't fail. He won't.
A few weeks ago, we started learning about a man named Daniel and a king who made life difficult for him and his friends Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. A quick review. Remember how King Nebuchadnezzar wanted all the power for himself, so he did things like bring Israelites like Daniel and his friends from their home in Jerusalem all the way to Babylon so they could work for him.
Then he made a big statue and said, "Everyone must worship this idol. If they don't, I'll have them thrown into a furnace." And he wasn't kidding. When he found out that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused to worship his statue, he punished them by putting them in the fire. But God protected them, and they survived without having even a single hair singed.
Crazy. You would think that at that moment, King Nebuchadnezzar would start worshiping God and change.
Yeah.
But that's not exactly what happened. Even though King Nebuchadnezzar knew then and there that God was real and was more powerful than anything, he sadly went to being back to being his old self.
Yeah.
Because of that, one day he finally drove himself mad and he couldn't be king anymore.
Yeah, so his son became king. His son's name is also a bit of a mouthful, Belshazzar. And this might be hard to believe, but Belshazzar is even meaner than his father. Ooh. One night, while the new king was having a giant banquet, Belshazzar decided to drink out of goblets that were taken from God's temple in Jerusalem, and while they were drinking from the cups, they praised other gods.
Not good. All of a sudden, something crazy happened. A human hand appeared out of nowhere and wrote a message on the wall. Rightly so, the king was pretty freaked out. I would have been too. And he summoned all the wise men of Babylon to try and read and explain the message, but not a single one of them was able to do this. That made the king even more terrified. But then the queen came in and told Belshazzar about a man who lived in Babylon who was so wise that even King Nebuchadnezzar trusted him. The queen told him that this man was able to interpret dreams, to explain riddles, and solve difficult problems. Sounds like a helpful person. Can you guess who she was talking about? Shout it out on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the queen was talking about Daniel.
Yeah, the king had Daniel brought in and offered him all kinds of gifts if he was able to read and explain the message. Daniel refused the gifts, but read the message anyway. Daniel explained that God had put King Nebuchadnezzar in charge, but he didn't do what was right. He treated people badly and he didn't honor God. And eventually, he had some significant consequences for that.
That's right.
Then Daniel started talking about Belshazzar. Check this out. Pause this video and read Daniel chapter 5, verses 22 through 28 with your class. The message that God sent said that Belshazzar's days of being king were numbered. It was coming to an end. Because he didn't honor God, in fact, he disrespected God, the kingdom would be taken away from him and he would die. King Nebuchadnezzar should have learned from his mistakes, but he didn't. King Belshazzar should have learned from his father's mistakes, but he didn't.
Our big idea today is I can do the right thing. God is with me. The people in our story didn't do the right thing.
Yeah.
And guess what? Sometimes I don't do the right thing either. There are a lot of things in our life that sound really good or are tempting to do. Sometimes when I'm mad at my brother, I want to say mean things to him. Sometimes it sounds better to cheat on my homework rather than put in a lot of effort. Sometimes I would rather complain than help my mom with chores willingly. But when we choose to have a relationship with God, we're saying to God, I want to live my life for you. I want to do the things you want me to do and not do the things you don't want me to do.
It's not always easy to do the right thing, but God helps us to do what is right. Belshazzar could have learned from his father's mistakes, but he didn't. God gives us clear instructions on how to live in the Bible, and he also gives us people to learn from. We can learn from our parents, our teachers at church, our older siblings, aunts and uncles, and our friends. Reading the Bible and learning from other people who love God are ways that God is with us in difficult situations.
That's right. The next time you have to choose between doing what's right or what's wrong, I want you to ask God for help. He's with you, just like he was with Daniel when he had to tell the king that really bad news.
That's right.
God wants to help you. Yes, it can be scary to do what's right or to stand up for what's right when maybe other people are doing something else. Mm-hmm. But the king of the entire universe is with you. It's a lot less scary when we remember that. Take some time to talk with your class about why it can be hard to do the right thing and how you can remember that God is with you and wants to help you.
Well, it's time to face the fire.
Ah!
Wow.
You scared me last time, so I thought I'd scare you.
Okay, fair.
How's my roar?
It's a great roar.
It's more like
A yell.
or like a Tarzan yell.
Oh yeah.
What is
Is
he-
that
he's like-
called?
Wait, or is that George of the Jungle?
No, Tarzan does it. It's like a. And then he swings on vines and saves Jane off the boat.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
it's basically like a lion roar.
Maybe he beats his chest a little bit.
Or is that what George of the Jungle? I get those two
They're so
confused.
confused. George of the Jungle
George
is
of the
basically
Jungle
a
runs
Tarzan
into the
spoof.
tree.
He's fake Tarzan. And it doesn't matter. So,
Anyways,
it's time to eat something you don't want to eat.
can't.
As always, we have ice cream. But,
Can I have that first?
yeah,
I like to
take a couple
prepare
of scoops.
my palate.
And we have, that was the chair, not me. We have, for
you
our
for
mystery food, sweet, oh that's good, peas.
No!
That's bad.
No. When I was
Sweet
a kid,
pea,
every time
apple of
my parents served peas, that's really juicy, I had to take the amount of how old I was. So if I was 8 years old, I had to eat 8 peas.
8 peas? That's pretty generous. I feel like I had a
8
scoop.
peas?
It was a scoop no matter what age I was, which a scoop is like 50 peas.
I do actually like peas now, but I
Really?
prefer.
Well, I'm so glad you like peas.
They're foamy. Why are they foamy? Oh,
Well, they don't smell good.
thank you.
Mmm.
It's really.
Mmm.
Oh, they don't smell good at all. Ah!
Let's
Oh
get a
no!
Oh gosh. I dropped my pea.
This smells so bad.
Nope. Not good.
It smells really,
I'm sure
really
they're a lot better
bad.
without ice cream.
Smells like peas.
3, 2, 1. Mmm. Mushy? You got it. You got it. Dripped a little bit of ice cream there. Oh!
Sometimes, okay, I'm good. Sometimes my gag reflex really kicks in and it's hard to swallow, but it's gone.
Second bite.
I don't think
Second
that
bite.
would be best for our set if we
Okay.
want to keep it clean
All right.
of throw up.
I can take that from you.
Do you want to try it?
No.
Okay.
I'll use the back of the spoon. I'll get a little one. I'll get 1 pea.
Where's the ice cream? There you go.
Yeah, see?
It's like the texture, it's like the mush when you bite is pretty
Oh,
bad.
No, thank you.
Yeah, not the best. Better than the mushrooms.
Yeah, Baskin Robbins, heads up. Don't add peas to your selection of toppings.
Absolutely not. Well, this
That's-
has been something.
It really has.
Should we
And we're
send
glad
them
you
out
joined
with
us,
a Tarzan yell?
Yes. Not really roar, but close enough.
Close enough.